The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
You know, out in Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community. Bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
And welcome to this week's episode of City Talk, and I'm About Town Deb. And I want to welcome DeMay, Tahoe Blue.
Hi, Deb.
Hey, let's do this.
Air elbow bumps, whatever we're allowed to do.
And Miss Molly had to go get the door, so you might have heard a doorbell. So Molly, pop in next to your honey bunny there. Hi. There's Molly LeGoy, hungry dater, but really Molly's here today as my bud. I love Molly. Molly has been a part of years of the adventures that we've taken in our community. So before we get started, I'm just going to, wasn't quite sure how to start the show today. So today's not a very good day in history.
Well, it's at least notable.
No, I mean, it's a notable day. There's lots of icky things happening.
Chris has been working today. He doesn't know yet.
I have no idea.
Okay,
He doesn't know yet.
No. So what I'm saying is there's lots going on in DC. There's lots of people that are just, things just are unsettled right now. And as About Town Deb, my whole goal is to bring us together. Together we are one heart. We need to stand proud. We need to stand tall. We need to show kindness. We need to show compassion. And no matter what's happening, I know I'm kind of, sometimes I go in my little happy bubble, and I've kind of been in my little bubble today, but Jazzy Georgia is a news junkie. So she had to tell me that things weren't very good out there today. So with that said, we wish everybody peace, and we want everybody to take a breath and know that at least here in our world, we love you and we care about you. So speaking of Together One Heart, today we're going to be talking about Sunday Fun Days and Bloody Marys and fancy coffees. But before that, I want to share a little bit. Today was a really cool day. See, when I was in my happy bubble, I went to Caliber Hair and Makeup Salon, by the way, who does my hair. And we were able to donate $850 to the Children's Cancer Foundation.
Yay.
And how did we do that? By this. Selling these masks. I can come closer now. So I would love to gift each of you guys a mask.
Thank you.
Fabulous. Thank you.
You're welcome. And before we had the masks, we had our wristbands. Together we're one heart. And it's to remind you that when you are in a situation where you're feeling just kind of down or frustrated, you need to remember that we are together. And so anyway, so we have our bands, we have our masks, and the masks are $10, and half of the proceeds that we raised are going to, or have gone to Children's Cancer Foundation. And we will continue to, as long as I have them, to donate 50% to the Children's Cancer Foundation through February 19th. And the William N. Pennington Foundation is doubling all donations that anybody is donating to February 19th. All donations up to $500,000.
Wow, that's
So it's
awesome.
pretty cool. So my goal is $5,000, and I want to say Alicia from the Children's Cancer Foundation said she's pretty sure I've hit 4. This might have taken me over to 4. So Caliber Hair and Makeup Salon and Mari Chewy's in Midtown. There we go.
These are
Yeah.
cozy.
Aren't they cozy?
And there's a spot for a filter.
Yes, there
Even
is.
better.
And they have these little things on them, so you can tighten
You can
them.
readjust it. Chris will love that. He
Ooh.
keeps
Yeah.
begging me to make his a little bit bigger.
And since we are having Tahoe Blue here, I can move closer now. I have a mask on. I want to give an amazing shout out to one of my favorite local companies.
Oh, am I allowed to take this off?
Yeah, you can. I'm going to go there. So you may want to take a look at the mask and see if you can guess who I co-branded with by looking at the logo on the mask.
Is that Tahoe Heartbeat?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Parker, Alexander, thank you. So thanks to Tahoe Heartbeat, I was able to get these masks at a very good price so that we could raise lots of money for the Children's Cancer Foundation. So that is what we are about in our community.
Very cool.
Partnering with amazing local businesses. So that's what we're doing. And I want to thank Kim Surratt with Family Law, Surratt Family Law Practice. And our newest sponsor is Gratis Gives. Have you been to Gratis Gives?
Nope.
I have.
It's a credit card processing. And so that's what I'm going to use. So every time I send an invoice, or if you have a business and you, like somebody's paying at the cash register and they use gratis gifts, a portion of the processing fees, you get to pick up to 2 nonprofits that are local, and it goes to the nonprofit, and your fees are lower.
Yeah.
So why would you not do that?
The biggest thing is that their fees are extraordinarily low, because I've done the investigation into switching as well. Their fees are extraordinarily low, and then part of your savings they put towards your favorite local charities, and they're all local here in town. It's amazing.
So you can't beat it.
No.
So anyway, so now that we've got our thank yous out, one more thank you, Dee James. If you go to ddjames.com, my little jingle, which you guys got the jingle like right away.
We did.
And little secret, maybe I'll find it because Chris was filming me as I was dancing with it. So we might find that up in the archive somewhere and have Chris show it. So we do want to thank them. In Caliber, I was able to go get my braids done, and Camel Queen for the shirt. So there's all of our thank yous. So before we go to break, tell us what you're going to be making after break.
Well, it's a version on a Bloody Mary. It's called we're calling it a Tahoe Caesar, which is basically the main 5 ingredients of a Bloody Mary, but you use Caesar cocktail dressing or Clamato cocktail dressing and a couple of other additives to it. So that's what I'll be making.
A fancy word for juice. Use Clamato juice.
Clamato juice.
Yeah. So Molly, tell us what fancy coffee you're going to be showing us for the Sunday morning.
Super unfancy. We call it our weekend coffee, and it's just a stiffer version. Regular coffee that we have during the week. And it is spiked with Bailey's and Kahlua.
Oh, yes. So we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to be getting some cool recipes for your Sunday mornings or Saturday mornings or Monday mornings if you've had a rough weekend. So it's About to Have Deb with City Talk, and we are with Fenix Media. See you soon. Stay tuned.
Bye, guys.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy. I am here with two of my amazing friends. We have Molly LeGoy and Chris LeMay, Tahoe Blue. So DeMay. Oh, why? Oh, because I was putting them together.
Yeah,
that's all right.
I put them together. Oh my God. Well, see, they are like, partners here. So that's why they're together. So you know that I'm over here. So we were talking about like rituals for Sunday mornings. And you guys have rituals, a lot of rituals, not just Sunday mornings. You guys have date night rituals. You have a lot of stuff that you guys do, which keeps relationships rocking.
You hope so, yeah.
We hope so. Well, because I'm just gonna like go off base because I kind of go off a little bit. So Molly and
It's your show, of course.
So Molly, we were all chatting as girls here before you got here, and so Molly was, I totally took her wrong. She said, do you remember the conversation?
Oh,
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you say.
So Jazzy Georgia asked me about the Hungry Dater and said, how do you keep it going after now you're actually in a relationship? And I said, well, even when you're in a relationship, you should still be dating. And Debbie just about fell over. She was like,
I was not happy about that.
She was really mad for you because she thought that I was like dating outside.
I literally looked, I go, Molly. I was like, she did. You can't date when you're with no.
She wasn't happy.
And she goes, no, I mean, they date. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so it was a funny.
Yeah,
Debbie was pretty upset.
I was like all over you. I was in your corner.
You've got my back.
I got your back.
Yep. Always.
So, but with that said, I would love to hear about your morning rituals for a Sunday. And we want you to make your amazing Bloody Mary. So I'm going to let you guys, I would love you to, I'm going to step away a little bit. I want you guys to share your rituals with the audience.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, usually it involves having a really great meal. And when the kids are here, we're making pancakes and bacon. Bacon is a necessary Sunday ritual.
Sometimes Saturday too.
Yeah, but that's probably the start of it. And then we move into a cocktail. And we have coffee, and then of course you have the Tahoe Caesar, Bloody Caesar that we're calling this. And so, gross. And then what else? It's Caesars.
I know, and I will start by saying these rituals actually I kind of inherited them. They weren't really mine. I started hanging out with this family and the rituals already existed. Let's just say that. So
it was always pancakes with the kids, and sometimes they would do art challenges with pancakes, which was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Right. So they
colorful pancakes,
squirt bottles, and they
super gross. Just so you know,
the kids had fun with it.
Awful.
And then I always needed a drink a morning beverage, to get the day going. So this was always one of them, which I'll go into making a little bit. I guess,
make it.
Right. And so and then there's always a fire in the winter time. There's always a fire. We always have the kids make a fire. So that's kind of our day. And ideally, the Seahawks are playing.
Oh, we.
And then we're good to go. Yeah. And then afternoon naps are always in mind. So, anyways, so I'm gonna make a Tahoe Caesar.
So I'm coming back in with my mask because I want to know how to make this.
So first of all, I'm gonna rim this glass with the Montreal seasoning. And this was a tip that I picked up on.
Was it the Food Network or something?
Yeah, it was the Food Network, and it was not Top Chef, Iron Chef America.
Okay.
And they said, we're going to make a Bloody Caesar. So one of the easiest ways to do it is you take a piece of fruit and you just rim it around, and you get a plate with the salt or seasoning.
Oh.
And it always sticks perfectly. You really don't need those fancy mats that they try to sell you. Real simple, and that's the best way to salt and margarita glass.
Okay.
All right. So, ooh, that one's frozen.
Whoa.
Almost felt that. Almost slipped out.
So I got a question for you. I know a lot of people put their spirits in the freezer. Is that why that was cold?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's
yeah.
show the Tahoe
There we
blue.
go. So it's a Tahoe blue, and what I like to do with the Caesars is actually mix everything first.
Okay.
Oh, and speaking of Tahoe Heartbeat and Tahoe Blue Vodka, so when we started in 2012, we actually our very first model was Parker Alexander.
Oh yes, Parker.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you go way back in the Tahoe Blue, what's it like Facebook pictures? I don't know if it goes.
Did
back
you
that
like
far.
measure that? Is there like a what? Oh, did
Oh.
they do?
I've been doing this for years. Let's see how accurate I am.
Let's see.
There is.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Good job.
And a little more.
I had to check.
And a little more.
Okay.
So then you add the Clamato juice.
Okay, we're live. We're just shook it
It's
up
all
a little
right.
bit. It's okay.
I didn't close the lid all the way
Okay.
before.
He's the one who opened it, so.
So remember when you're making a drink without the ice, if you fill the drink halfway, the ice should fill it up most of the way to the top of the rim. So I put in about that much.
Okay.
I don't know, what was that? Probably about 5 ounces.
Okay.
And then the 5 basic ingredients.
I'll
Did you
hold
want
it.
to hold
I'll
it?
hold this and you do that.
The 5 basic ingredients of every Bloody Mary, and I don't think you need anything more. Worcestershire.
Are you just
And
taking like how many
That was 5 glugs. I think you need to change the color
It's a
of
glug?
the glug. 5 glugs.
5 glugs.
That's
One,
a technical
two, three,
term.
four.
And then you have to have celery salt. So you probably 1, 2,
is
3,
it-
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shakes of it until it's about halfway coated on top. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
And then add cracked pepper.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
horseradish.
That's a must, right?
Yeah, so you got to have, and the key with, even if you don't like spicy, so I put about that much horseradish in there. The idea is not to make it hot. It's to actually add the flavor to it, but the heat's going to come from here.
Okay.
And then the last ingredient.
Tabasco. I
This
love
isn't a-
Tabasco sauce.
And everybody thinks it's about the heat, right? They're like, spice it up, make it super hot. Honestly, it tastes this tastes entirely different, and I don't like a lot of heat, so I just put like 2 little drops in there.
Okay.
That's it. And that is how the Caesar is made. And so now, stir it up. We're gonna add ice.
Okay.
I had a glass prepped over here. I'm doing this off screen so I don't get the mic. wet.
Okay. I'll just go like that.
And that is basically the Bloody Caesar. Now, normally you would add celery
I'll hold this,
sticks,
but let's
but
get that. That's one of my favorites.
we don't have any celery sticks today. But we did come across some asparagus.
Now, is
So-
that the
so-
spicy one?
No.
Is that like the marinated one?
It's
Or-
marinated.
marinated.
It's just
So-
pickled.
Pickled.
I'm just gonna try this, and then you put it on.
Okay.
So good.
These are so good. These ones we got at Costco, but I know that Nevada Brining Companies,
Mm.
they're a local company that does
They're
a whole.
amazing.
They do a whole bunch of stuff. So that's pretty much it. And then you could also put olives in there if you like. And that is the Bloody Caesar. I made that one for Tahoe Caesar, if you will. And this recipe is actually on our website, at Tahoe Blue's website. If you go to TahoeBlueVodka.com, look up the recipes. This actual recipe is on there as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Hold on. Okay, you know what I like in mine? Anytime I go to any
Squeeze a-
restaurant and I order this, I always say, "Can I have extra lemon?" And I know I like to put extra lemon squeezes, juice, because the lemon for me like cuts some of the acidity part.
Mhm.
Maybe I don't know if it's my imagination, but I like extra lemon.
yeah. Well, there you go. So that
So
one's
this
for you,
one
Deb.
is mine, so I'm gonna try it. Here we go.
And then I'm gonna let Molly come on and make the
Oh my gosh, I love it. So good. Okay.
people drink these things all day long. It's amazing. So I'm gonna make some more while Molly comes on
Okay.
and tells her about the.
Okay.
Because
So
everybody else here wants one of these. So here we go.
okay, you go
Thanks for
mix
having
away.
me, Deb.
Thank you. So Miss Molly, come on in.
All right, guys.
So for those of you, like, I need to have coffee first. I'm like, I need my coffee in the morning. So if I want to feel like I just want to cozy up by the fire, what would be an amazing way we can have our coffee?
So we actually call this around here weekend coffee just because it's sort of what ended up happening. I don't know, maybe a year ago at some point, I said, "Hey, are you making coffee?" And he said, "Yeah, do you want regular coffee or weekend coffee?" Well, I wanted weekend coffee, of course. Who wouldn't? This is super, super easy. And I will say that the Bloody Marys are usually done after the coffee because we like our coffee first too.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. So Bloody Marys happen, but coffee is usually necessity.
Okay.
And
I'll hold this.
Okay,
I want to help make something here. Come on, pour that coffee.
This is super easy. When she says make something, this is not like, hey,
I
it's a
don't
funny
cook.
thing.
I do not cook. So here. pour the
Okay,
coffee.
fair enough. This is Deb's version of making something.
Yes, this is my version of making
which is
something.
exactly why it's so fun and easy and awesome. So just standard coffee cup. Fill it up as much as you want. I'm going to make a full cup here.
Okay, but I am going to tell you, we prefer you to go to your local coffee roosters. Coffee roosters.
Coffee roosters. I really like.
They're not roosters.
I know. I really like the Hub, and I really like Coffee Bar. I will say we sometimes pour Costa Rican coffee here because my parents have a house down there and it makes us feel nostalgic. So, but if we don't, it's the Hub or Coffee Bar. Okay, so the next thing that we put in, and Chris insists that this is just sweetener.
No,
it's not. It's spiked, so it's actually.
It's a sweetener.
Okay, let's sweeten this.
It's weekend coffee.
Sweetness.
So we put a little bit, maybe 4 glugs of that in there.
I never knew it was called a glug.
I didn't either. He made that up, and I'm going with it. And then the Baileys right here.
So Baileys.
Costco. Amazing, right? And so you know what? Honestly, guys, no, we're actually watching the color. So it's funny. I'm a color girl.
Okay. We got a spoon here, or we finger it?
We do have a spoon, but we're gonna add just a little bit of milk. Okay. Because you want to cut the sweetness just a tiny bit. Cool it off just a little.
Okay. And we got a spoon.
Got a spoon.
I'm gonna let you. Okay, because we're almost ready for.
There you go.
Okay, here I go.
Taster session.
Oh my goodness. I'm so happy today.
Best thing ever is this sitting on the hearth in front of a fire.
Yes.
I like how the other ear came off because she's planning on continuing.
I am not. Yeah. So with that said, we are going to get ready for another quick break. We would love you to follow us at About Town Deb. You can always go to phoenixmedia.us as well. But we'd love you to chime in. If you have a favorite recipe for coffee, if you have a twist on a Bloody Mary, let us know. Or what do you like in your Bloody Marys? Like, do you like the celery? Do you put asparagus? Do you put pepperoncinis?
He didn't say it, but these blue cheese olives, Jeff's Garden, they're Rayleigh's.
I think I might have to try that because last time I actually liked it and I don't like blue cheese. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break. It's About Time Deb City Talk. We'll be right back.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, Let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm gonna do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media, the future of broadcasting. Listen live at phoenixmedia.us.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And we're back for the third segment. It goes so darn fast. Molly, what the heck? Ugh. I hate when it goes by that fast, but we do want to thank Kim Surratt with Surratt Family Law Practice. And we want to thank Kirk Allure with Gratis Gives for sponsoring. And Christian, back there behind the Iron Curtain Manning, our engineer, thank you for all your hard work. And we have some new surprises we're going to share with you about our team next week. So stay tuned for that. Grandma B and Aunt Glenda, if you are listening, I love you both. And thank you for watching and tuning in. So when we're having amazing coffee and we're snuggled in our PJs and there's a warm fire and I'm like, I'm kind of getting hungry. Like, what would be some cool, easy, because I don't cook and I'm totally open about that. What would be some easy things even About Town Deb could fix when you have your family over or, just your kids hanging out?
Sure. So one of our favorites is just a basic breakfast, which includes scrambled eggs, which are super easy, bacon, which I usually do in the oven, and tater tots. Until I met this man, I don't think I'd eaten a tater tot in like 25 years. And now I eat them every weekend.
So now I did used to cook. When my kids were little, tater tots were on my menu.
Sure.
So what do you put on your tater tots?
We're fairly picky about this. We
I wanna know.
Yeah, we like the Red Robin seasoning
and
Lowry seasoned salt. Those are our two favorites. We also have discovered, and it's kind of funny, last year for Christmas, I got Chris some pans. And his birthday,
pans.
He wanted them.
Pans or pants?
Pans. Oh yeah, pans. But we've been having a tough time listening to each other today. So I got him some pans from Williams-Sonoma. The gold ones. They are the best. They're so cool. And his Christmas and his birthday are very close together. So I had ordered both his Christmas present and his birthday gift at the same time, and we had to exchange the pans. And so we went over there. And I do the little barcode thing where you scan it and then you exchange. And he's standing behind me. And I said, "You've been looking at that screen, huh?" And he goes, "Yeah." And gets this big grin on his face.
Oh, because he knew he was.
He saw his birthday present, which was a toaster oven / air fryer by Cuisinart.
Oh.
And it turns out the air fryer makes the best tater tots in the whole world. Who knew?
I did know that.
I didn't.
Because Jazzy George and I were at a friend's house in Placerville and she had an air fryer. And now Georgia has an air. I don't have one yet, but that's next on my list out there. Kids, if you're watching, Mom wants an air fryer. No, I like garlic and onion and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I'm a big oniony garlic person. So on my tater tots, I would sprinkle the
garlic powder.
Yeah, the garlic and all the
garlic salt.
The combo. What's the one with the parsley and there's something?
Yeah, garlic salt.
There's the Lowry's one too. So I love. And do you dip yours in what? Ketchup?
I like ketchup.
Yeah. Let me show.
I'm a traditionalist.
This is what I use.
Garlic salt.
Yeah, but it has a little thing, the green stuff.
It does. It has parsley.
Parsley. That's what I was. I knew it was more than garlic and it's almost parsley. So yes, that would be Deb's cooking tip. So that's my cooking tip.
I feel like I should sort of be here.
You can be
just
here.
So you know why she keeps looking up there.
No,
sorry.
You can be there because they're snuggle buddies. So
So yeah, so those are kind of and those are super easy, even for people that don't cook. Like really, really good stuff.
I'm gonna go
the
back
other
to
thing
one before your bacon. I gotta go back to the bacon.
Okay,
So
yeah, bacon in the oven.
Now, do you ever put maple syrup or brown sugar on it?
No, I dip it afterwards because dipping in maple
so
syrup
good.
is the best thing to do with your bacon.
No, you need to bake it with like a little bit of brown sugar on it.
No, I like dipping.
Okay,
Dipping is
dipping's good.
it's like a I don't know.
A ritual.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
a ritual.
we
Dipping
have
in maple
We
syrup.
have scrambled eggs and we have tater tots.
We also have a fight in this house right now about what maple syrup is the best because the kids are all about the log cabin.
Oh,
I know.
What do you like?
We like the Kirklands, the real stuff.
The real stuff. And
Well, what's the real stuff?
It's real maple syrup versus corn syrup that's maple flavored.
Oh, we don't want corn syrup with maple.
Well,
The
my
kids like
kids
it.
about a year ago said, I want the stuff that's really thick.
Yeah,
And
they
I
wanted
went,
the
gross.
thick syrup.
And of course they wanted corn syrup, maple stuff. But you know, that's the stuff I grew up on and I'm still alive. So
No,
there you go.
I actually did
Me
too.
too.
I did too. Yes.
Yeah. So we do bacon in the oven.
Okay.
I think we usually do 425 for probably 25 minutes just on a cookie sheet.
I might do that.
And if you put some foil, thank you, foil on the bottom of the cookie sheet, the cleanup's super easy.
I do have foil, by the way.
So as far as snacks that are easy,
Yes.
one of my favorites, and I don't know if this is a nostalgia thing or what, I really like Chex Mix. Like
Chex Mix. No, I like
to the point where it can be dangerous for me if I have it
I-
around because I will just continue eating it. And I'm gluten-free. I'm allergic to all of that stuff. And so I have to make my own, which is great because I get to put in whatever I want. But it also means that, well, actually it's all good because instead of the chemicals, I'm just eating butter, which I'm kind of okay with.
I like butter.
And
butter's good.
And it's super, super easy. So for somebody like you, Deb, you put everything in like a big bowl, whatever you want in there, and then you melt some butter and you mix it with this lovely stuff right here.
That's what I thought. The Worcestershire sauce.
And either Lowry seasoned salt or like a combo of different flavors. And I usually
you're good
add
to go?
a tablespoon of ranch seasoning, and it sends it like totally over the edge.
That's
and
okay.
it's awesome.
That's the ranch seasoning, not the ranch dressing.
The ranch
seasoning.
I thought you said dressing. You
Yeah.
said ranch.
Oh, okay. No, I said seasoning.
I'm like, wow, that kind of gets it mushy.
No, it's in the little packets.
Good.
Yeah,
that's why Chris is here to help
Got
us.
it.
So when you're out there watching, if you're watching the replay or you're watching it live, tell us what your favorite Sunday snacks are. I mean, are you a Chex Mix? I like caramel corn. I don't know how to make it, but I love it. I can eat popcorn all day long. I like
so
caramel
can
corn.
this one.
And chips
all
and
night
salsa.
long.
I
more
can do
than many
chips.
reasons.
I like homemade pico de gallo. I don't care what time it is. I put it on my eggs and on my potatoes. And I like real potatoes though. Like I actually can cook potatoes. I like to cook potatoes. I love it.
I like potatoes.
What's your favorite way to cook potatoes?
I get the little potatoes that are in the little bag and they're like purple and yellow
Yeah,
and orange
the
and
baby
white,
organics.
the baby one, and then I cut them up and I sometimes if I'm in a hurry I put them in the microwave just for a minute so they're almost cooked. Then I take onion and garlic and then I saute it with real butter.
No, of course you can't do
and
any
pepper,
other way.
And then I saute that in the pan and then sometimes I'll take bacon, the real Butcher Boy bacon. When I get Butcher Boy bacon, my kids think I'm a rock star because it's the best bacon. It's real and it's fat. And they either have a jalapeno one or they have a maple one.
Yep.
So I cut the bacon up in pieces and I saute the bacon with the onions and the garlic. And then I put the potatoes in it. It's so good. That is my specialty, the About Town Deb holiday breakfast at home. My kids swear by it. Then we do pico de gallo, and I usually get it from Chewy's. So
Awesome.
I don't have to
Yeah.
even make it. And then I put it on top of the potatoes.
Yum.
That is my breakfast of champions.
We might have to try that next Sunday.
Yeah.
I like
Sounds
it.
good to me.
So goodie wise, what would be like? So Sundays are football sometimes. So
Right.
what would be like a football snack?
Wings.
Butcher Boy
or
ribeye steak.
Oh, that's not a snack.
That's not a snack. That's not a snack.
That's your snack.
I was gonna say wings
Yeah.
because we
I
make
like-
wings in the air fryer a lot now.
Wings in the air fryer
Yeah.
are the bomb.
And they're like not bad for you.
I need to get an air fryer like ASAP.
Yeah,
I need
it's a
that.
pretty cool deal. And I used to make wings in the oven. I just bake them. These
So
are
do they
1,000
get
times
greasy?
better.
Do
No,
they get greasy in the air fryer?
no.
do you like throw seasoning in there?
No.
Or, no?
Not in the air fryer. No, you air fry them first. You do salt, pepper.
Air fry 'em.
Sometimes I like garlic powder on them.
I would
Air
like
fry them for I think 20 minutes. It comes seriously. There's a wing recipe in the book that comes with the air fryer, and then we just mix them with some Frank's Red Hot, a little bit of honey and butter, and
I got some. Worcestershire.
And
That seems to be a popular ingredient in this household. Is the Worcestershire?
Must be the
Which is-
answer.
How do you say Worcestershire?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. I don't know. So
depending on who you're talking to.
So please, we really want you to engage with us. We really want, even put hashtag replay, let us know. But I need easy stuff to cook. So I would love you to share that. So while we're munching and we're eating and we're having Bloody Marys and coffee and the kids are having juice and whatever we're doing.
Oh, Martinelli's in actual champagne glasses.
For the kids.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So speaking of Martin, I'm just going to go back a little bit because I can. So New Year's Eve, you guys as a family, I was chatting with Molly because we were doing some photos to promote the show, and the kids had this whole list, but I thought it was an adult who made the list, like they're having this big get together, and it was literally like the family. That was it. They did this whole thing with balloons and food, and they dressed up. And so say a little bit about that before break. How cool was that?
It was really fun. To be honest, I thought I was going to get the house to myself because the kids and the dads were supposed to go out of town for 3 days. And instead, because they were supposed to go to California and all the COVID stuff, they instead decided to do a staycation at our friend Max's house. And so one of the 12-year-olds gave us a full schedule of 2 days of stuff to do for New Year's. And we did. We all ate crab in formal wear.
King crab legs.
Now, mind you, she took the girls shopping and they bought fancy dresses and shit.
Very thin. That was the
dresses.
bribe.
That was a bribe to keeping the kids home.
Okay.
So we went shopping. We did dresses. Had king crab legs all together. And sat around and they did vision boards and
they did vision
they
boards?
did cool stuff for the year and just getting ready to have a good 2021, which is what all of us really want. So
that is the perfect segue. We are it's time for another quick break. We are going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk about some of our favorite board games. I am not a big board game player now because I get impatient. I can't see good. But when I was younger, I was a little bit better with board games. And now I can have a Bloody Mary and play a board game.
And his kids love them.
So I really like to hear the kids are into board games now because of being on and that's another tip they'll share. They were not allowed to be on their phones when they had their New Year's Eve. Yep. So it was really good. So we are going to take our fourth break and final break. We'll be back. We're talking about board games and what's coming up in the show. It's About Town Dad with Molly and Chris. City Talk. Be right back.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media, the future of broadcasting. Explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
So it's About Town Deb, and I am back. We were, during the breaks, I wish we could have you guys on the breaks because these two, well, Chris, he has some blackmail, and I think he wants to try to show it. I don't know whether we can try it, but when they were one of the first people to hear the song, and you were cooking in the kitchen. And,
I was.
Well, let's. I don't know. We're not going to do that one yet. No, we're not going to do it yet. We're not going to do it.
All right.
One
we will show you though.
One or all three of us will share it on our social
Somebody
medias.
will you will see it because it really is cool. So we've talked about Bloody Marys, amazing weekend coffee, things, just kind of traditions in the morning. But I know there's times when, I know when my kids were little, we would say, hey, it's the weekend. What do you want to do? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know. Video games.
These days, the answer
on
is
their
video
phone,
games.
and they're like, I don't know. And even me, when people say, hey, Deb, what do you? I'm like, I don't care. What do you want to do? So I feel like with the whole pandemic and what's happened, I've noticed that a lot of people are home. We don't have a choice. We got to be home, but we are home. But at the same time, we're not. I still have to be on my phone. That's what I do. It's part of who I am. But I love the idea that more people are reading. They're playing board games. They're playing cards. And I love that with your kids, especially, they are on their phones less and computers less. And they literally had family time New Year's Eve. I thought that was so special. And I watched, they were playing board games. They were playing this. They were doing dress. It was like they had their own photo booth and they made their own, they made their own fun. And they communicate and they talk together. So board games help that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say, please remember, this was not without some serious. Well, there was some resistance because the reason that happened is our friends and his kids. He went totally electronic-less with his kids. And I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but I think they did it for a while. And so we kind of entered into it, and our kids are just like all of us. I mean, they have their phones and they have their video games and they really like doing that. But one of the things that I think, these are not my kids, by the way, they're Chris and Kristen's kids. So I've kind of come into this later. And one of the things that I think Chris and Kristen did a great job with their kids is that even though they really like their things, Cameron is an avid reader.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah. And Cruz likes Fortnite. So they both have their focus things. If we say to them, hey, you want to come play a game? It's very rare that the answer is no, because they really do like, hey, it could change, but right now they really do like hanging out with us. And so that was one of the ways too that Cameron and I connected, is we would play games together.
So speaking of games, I know that one of the first games, I'm gonna look this up because I'm gonna ask you a question for both of you.
Oh, okay.
When was the board game, well, Monopoly? We all know Monopoly.
Okay.
Okay. So what year was it started? Monopoly.
I would say 1912.
I was thinking 27 or right about the Depression area.
Okay, it was in 1933.
Oh,
and
we
it
were both
said,
early.
So you're close because it said in 1933 a board game called Monopoly was created. The game is named after the economic term of monopoly, the domination of an entire market by a single company or entity. It was created and sold by Parker Brothers. But I know that here we go. Hold on. The fun fact. What is the longest time somebody's played Monopoly? It's a forever game.
I
So
would
how
say
many hours?
3 weeks at least.
Just go by hours because I'm not a math person. I won't be able to calculate it.
400.
Okay.
I would think 48 hours.
1,600.
Oh, that sounds miserable.
The longest game of Monopoly ever played was over 1,600 hours long.
Not straight though.
I don't know. Maybe
It doesn't say
I
that.
think I remember reading that in the
say
Guinness
that.
Book of World Records when I was 10.
Okay. So what? Now here's one more question. What are this one? I should even know this one, but that's why I'm asking the questions and they're answering. What three most the three most landed on squares? What are they? I'm not like the here. Let's
The three most landed on squares?
So Monopoly, for those of you maybe who don't know Monopoly. That's, we talk all day long. Monopoly. So
the three most landed on squares. Oh, I would say Chance, Go to Jail, and Boardwalk.
I would say Chance slash.
You can't have both. You
Not
get one or
Chance.
the
I'm
other.
sorry. Where the jail is, or past jail.
Oh, go past jail or in jail or something.
Yeah, probably that
The
one.
jail, yeah, jail.
Oh, geez. I don't know.
Well, I'm just going to tell you because you're wrong. You're all wrong. It is. The three most landed on squares are Go,
Okay.
the B&O barbecue. She's railroad. What the heck? I am just not talking today.
It's okay. We love you anyway.
That's what happens. That's why it's
Have
Debbie
some
time.
another morning coffee.
I barely had any. Okay, and Illinois Avenue.
I wonder why.
I think it's all boring.
No, actually, Illinois,
it's all boring.
that's the one
Why?
that I always land on, and I'm like, well, do you
What?
buy it or
Do you
not?
get
Because you're
it?
never going to get the Monopoly.
Then you're right.
But then all of a sudden, you're collecting $16 every time somebody lands on your property.
Okay, then that's why.
So it was Illinois and what?
Illinois
Go.
B&O Railroad.
Oh,
Go.
the railroad. Yeah.
And
I
Go.
forgot about the railroad.
So I played a lot of Monopoly, even though I couldn't speak about it now. I did. So what are some of your favorite games? I know there's another one here. Let's share some of your favorites.
Well, honestly, we like playing cards. So we play just regular playing cards. Cameron loves Speed. It's only a 2-people game though.
Okay, well that works.
So she and I will play that together every once in a while.
She's out.
Also, I know those are MGM Grand cards.
Oh, I like that. There we go.
That's
Everybody out there, I'm sure, has a
super
couple of
antique
decks in
for
their
us.
portfolio.
And she has taught us recently this game called James Bond.
What is that?
It's kind of like spoons on crack. Am I allowed to say that?
I don't know. I thought you meant spoon like you were spooning on crack.
No. So spoons is the game where you try and get 4 of a kind, and then you have to steal a spoon.
It's not where you put the spoon on your nose.
No. And then let's see. Oh, and then this is new.
Do that one.
I had never heard of this before.
So go close. What's
This
it called?
is called Spot It. This is not the original version. This is our Finding Dory version. You can tell that we're Disney fan. So basically, what this is, I had never seen this before, but Cameron taught me when we first started hanging out. And this, so basically, what this does.
Do I get one too?
Yep.
Sure.
I want one.
So
Okay.
basically, you put this pile of cards on the table.
Okay.
And if you look, let's let them look close. If you look close, every card has something on it that matches every other card.
Okay.
I don't know how they did it.
So here's a sample. So I'm gonna have Deb and Molly play super quickly.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, hold that.
Hold them up.
Hold
No,
that.
like this.
Oops, sorry, I didn't.
Here.
Okay.
All right, Deb. My idea is to do this. I'm going to hold this one. You hold on to this one. Like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So here.
So pretend they're looking at these two cards. It's going to be different.
Okay.
But now what you need to do is find out what.
So I ask Molly?
No, you gotta get it first.
So ready, set, go.
I see the wave. The wave is the same.
But I can't see it. I have to turn mine over.
Well, no.
No, we're
This
looking
is
at
too
just
much work.
these.
Oh, sorry.
You know what? That's why I don't play games. That was too much work for me.
Cameron taught me this game when we first started dating.
So Cameron,
And
you need to teach me.
subsequently we play it kind of a lot to the point where
Okay.
I think yours truly
We're gonna
may
do-
have lost the original
Okay.
version.
Well,
so
we're gonna do one more because it's already 2 minutes.
Oh.
But
Okay.
But before we do that, so we don't forget, I want to thank you both. Number one, for just being part of my life and for always being in my corner and getting my back. I
You got
love
it.
you both. I love Tahoe Blue. I love Tahoe Heartbeat. I love Caliber, Children's Cancer Foundation, Mari Chewies, all of our partners that help us out. And Jazzy Georgia and Kristen, our whole team, and Courtney and Chris, everybody.
And I want 10 of those masks, by the way.
Oh, you want to buy 10?
I'm going to buy 10 of those masks.
So that means half of that goes to Cancer Foundation. I love it. So next week on air, we are going to have Shirley Folkins Roberts, Children's Cancer Foundation. She is the executive director and co-founder. And there's a big, giant, not just giant, the San Francisco Giant event is going to be coming up. So we want you to tune in. Oh my gosh, he's got show that. Oh
There you
my
go.
God.
10 of
Show
them.
me the money. $100. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So they'll be Georgia has these in her car. Thank goodness she told us that. So 10 masks. Thank you. So tell us about this game real quick. Oh, and then we're gonna sign off and tell you we love you.
So for anybody who likes Cards Against Humanity, but of course you can't play it with your children because it's really dirty and awful and
I've never
funny.
played it.
Oh my God, it's hysterical.
I
but
would be totally blind for that one.
I was for a long time,
Go
but
ahead.
it's
You
even
gotta finish,
funnier
you gotta
when
finish.
somebody has to show you. So this is Kids Against Maturity. I found this on Amazon the other day. Turns out it's actually just as funny, if not funnier.
Okay.
And the kids think it's hysterical. But be really prepared to have lots of poop jokes.
Well, I didn't know our show was going to poop, but it did.
There it was.
Apparently
that's what's funny in kid world.
I think I would like the kid version because I would probably get the jokes.
Yes.
So that would probably be good. But I got to tell you, one more thing. So before we go out, About Town Deb, go to abouttowndeb.wine. Check out my new wine. $1 of every bottle on the website is going to Children's Cancer Foundation. It's a 2018 blend. I partnered with Crystal Basin. It's a Merlot, Zinfandel, Grenache, Mourvedre. Whew, we're done. So happy New Year. Be kind. Show grace to each other and know that together we are one heart. Let's hold up our masks if we have them. Let's put them on and we'll get a photo. Here we go. We have 30 seconds. So we can chime in here. Hold Tahoe Blue bottle real quick. Hold the Tahoe Blue because they are together in our community. And here we go. We love you. About Town Deb. Yay.
I knew I should have grabbed it.
Love you guys. Thank you. We're good. Thank you. We're still on. No, it's a delay.
We're still on.